Hello again, YouTube. Welcome back to Kaiju Codex, and today we're going to be playing Godzilla Daikaiju Battle Royale. This is a very simple, free Godzilla fighting game that I managed to find on the internet somewhere. I will put a link in the description below of where you can find it yourself if you would like to try this game. This game is very reminiscent of the classic old school Godzilla games. I think that were on the SNES, if I remember correctly, where you could play as Godzilla, Anguirus, or Mothra, and you go through little areas fighting off tanks and jeeps and spaceships, and eventually you just get to the end of the level where you fight another giant monster as a boss for that area. Well, with this game, it's just non-stop boss fights. As you can see, there is a numerous list of kaiju you could pick from as you unlock them while playing the game. To begin with, you could get Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and Anguirus. As you play the game, you can unlock newer monsters as well as alternate versions of said monsters, such as with Godzilla. You could eventually unlock all the different forms of him in this game. There is a little cheat code for this game that unlocks everything right off the bat. I forgot to demonstrate that in this. Also a little bit of plot for those who enjoy their games having meaning. Very stereotypical, alien invasion, Godzilla type stuff. From what I can tell, every time you play the game, it's completely randomized. You get a random location versus a random enemy. So as you can see here, I've chosen Rodan, and I ended up with Mogira on some kind of ice planet. At the top of the screen, you can see each of the characters' life and power bar. Their power bar is what is the resource needed for their special ability. Mogira has his laser eyes, and Rodan does a aerial body assault of some sort. And as you can tell, Rodan has Mogira beaten in the punching arena, as Mogira had stubby little arms and Rodan has his massive wings to buff it. As you can tell, the fights don't last typically very long. Here's me versus Ebra, the giant lobster. Very very Street Fighter-esque. Holding the backwards button also initiates your block to reduce some damage you can take. The roar button is what is used to generate your power, so that you can spend it on using your special ability. As you can tell from these fights and this fight coming up with Godzilla, different enemies have different reaches with their punches and kicks, making some better at the physical fighting than others. But a good strategy, seemingly to beat your opponents in an easier fashion, is to learn your character special and then sort of just spam it, as you can tell from Ebra just wailing into Ebra. I cannot remember the giant squid's name, but as you can tell, he got me below half health by just spamming his special ability. And then with his long tentacles, he just begins to manhandle me as Godzilla, who has the more short and stubby sort of arms, making it a lot easier for him to punch me than it is for me to punch him. Along with Godzilla needing to actually charge up his special ability. If someone gets in close with him who is more physically capable, it's a little hard to fight back against it as Godzilla. Godzilla doesn't get a tail slap, unfortunately. You just have to deal with punches and kicks. And of course his signature atomic breath. Realizing the weakness that Godzilla has to the physical part, physical altercation, I quickly refocused on defending myself and spamming the special power to get an upper hand on my opponent. As you will notice, when Godzilla gets low in power, his ultimate will actually even change. It goes from a beam to sort of a mist. I'm not sure if that actually changes anything worthwhile about the special besides just its appearance, but it's a nice little touch. Now we're on Monster Island fighting the giant praying mantis. As you will notice from this character, he is constantly flying. He does not actually have a ground or walking. This makes it a little hard to physically engage with him. Punches and kicks aren't really too effective on a creature you can't reach. But with it preferring to stay in the air, it made it much easier for me to charge up my special and wail into him with that. And as you can see, his special is he just does a flying ram off the side of the screen and then comes back. Here it decided to go to the ground for whatever reason, allow me to just land some kicks right to his face. And then finish him off with the signature blast. Very Godzilla fashion. But that's really it. There's not a whole lot else to the game other than just checking out all the different kind of monsters you can find. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy giant monster related content and want to see more of that, stay tuned. And as always, see you later.